What if I told you that right now, companies are desperately hiring people who can work with AI like Claude, and they do not care about your background? 9 months ago, I knew nothing about AI. Today, I help businesses implement Claude solutions. This isn't magic, it is a specific roadmap that anyone can follow, and I am going to walk you through every single step. Forget everything you've heard about AI careers. Here's the hidden 4-month path to paid projects. Now, this first month is about building muscle memory. You will not just understand Claude's interface, you will learn to steer it. Think of conversations as strategic dialogues, file uploads as context injection, and project memory as your secret weapon for continuity. This foundational control separates casual users from true architects. Let's get one thing absolutely clear. The fundamentals aren't theory to read. They are actions you drill into instinct. Without this reflexive precision, your prompts will wander and your results will be mediocre. Master this now, or you'll spend the next 3 months frustrated and stuck, wondering why your work lacks professional polish. Think back to 10 days from now. Those 10 projects aren't just tasks, they are your new portfolio. Each one solves a real problem. You will send them to a potential client, and they will see a specialist, not a beginner. This month builds the evidence that you are already operational. Start building proof. The key insight is this: ethical mastery is your ultimate competitive advantage. While others rush to output, you are building the foundational trust that turns pilots into long-term contracts. Clients do not just buy solutions, they buy reliability. By architecting with integrity from day one, you position yourself as the safe, strategic choice in a market full of uncertainty. Most people get Claude AI entirely wrong. This is the real roadmap. Think of phase 2 like preparing for a specialized sport. Learning the basics was tryouts. Now, you choose your position. Will you be the strategic content creator, the analytical data interpreter, or the efficient systems engineer? This deep dive transforms you from a general practice player into a first-string professional with a distinct, valuable role. Let's be honest. Single, isolated prompts are just not how real work gets done. The key insight is that complex tasks are workflows. Here's what's really happening. You must design a prompt sequence, a chain where each step hands off logic and context to the next, just like a professional handover between specialists on a critical project. Now, we move from prompt chains to tool chains. The true power emerges when Claude becomes the orchestrator. What this means is connecting its reasoning directly to platforms like Zapier or Airtable via API. The pattern clearly indicates that your value skyrockets when you can automate entire workflows, not just conversations. That showcase isn't a folder of files. It is a portfolio of solved problems. Document the specific business logic you automated and the tangible result you delivered. This is your proof. You are not just a prompt user, you are an automation architect. This documented evidence is what separates a hopeful learner from a hired professional. Forget everything you have heard about learning AI. I started with zero experience. Here's your moment to prove you can deliver real value. Pick pressing business problems, streamline operations, boost customer engagement, cut costs. Solve them thoroughly with Claude. This isn't about toy projects. it is concrete proof for clients that you understand their pain and possess the skill to build the solution. This portfolio becomes your most powerful credential. Think your solution speaks for itself. It does not. Clients see risk. Your documentation is the bridge. Meticulously capture the journey, the chaotic starting point, your strategic prompts, and the quantifiable business outcome. This narrative transforms your work from a black box into a trusted, repeatable process. It's the evidence that turns skepticism into a signed contract. The worst advice. Build in public. Raw process logs are noise. Your portfolio isn't a diary, it's a curated case study. Each piece must answer one question for a potential client: what measurable outcome did I architect? Show the before, your engineered prompt strategy, and the after. This disciplined curation is what converts silent scrolling into an inbound lead. How do you prove your value before you have been paid? You engineer proof. A free audit isn't charity, it is your live testing ground. You are not asking for business. You are handing them a strategic report they cannot ignore. This documented result, this clear before and after, becomes your most powerful credential. It turns a hypothetical skill into undeniable, client-ready evidence. Forget what you have heard about AI careers. Your roadmap is wrong. Think of this not as selling skills, but translating a new language. You connect the power of Claude to a client's specific pain point. Your story explains how their operation, like a complex machine, can run smoother and smarter, not with code, but with clear, strategic guidance. That's the compelling narrative that wins trust. Focus on two powerful entry points. The first is operational bottlenecks, repetitive reports, customer email sorting, content drafting loops. The second is strategic ambiguity, like market research or competitor analysis paralysis. You propose Claude as the precision tool for each. This specificity moves you from a generalist to the single obvious solution, making your first yes almost inevitable. Think about the CEO reviewing your proposal. They do not care about tokens or context windows. They care about revenue saved and risks eliminated. So you translate every technical feature into a tangible business result. Faster report generation means your team reclaims 20 hours a month. That's the language that wins budgets and gets you the job. Now, here's your reality shift. You stop thinking in hours and start thinking in outcomes. That project you are pitching, it is not a cost, it is an investment. You will anchor your price to the value you create, whether it is a flat fee for solving a specific problem or a percentage of the savings you generate. This mindset is what separates freelancers from strategic partners. Most think Claude AI is just a chatbot. They are dangerously wrong. You are thinking about Claude's capabilities, but your clients are drowning in real problems right now. They have leaking revenue, angry customers, and inefficient processes. The key insight is that your expertise only becomes valuable when it directly addresses their pain. Stop selling the AI, start selling the transformation. The market pays for bridges out of crisis, not just fancy tools. Stop sharing just your journey, that's noise. The signal is in the work. Publicly solve a single, gnarly business problem with Claude. Document the precise strategy and the quantified result. This does not attract opportunities, it manufactures them directly. You become the architect of the transformation, not just another commentator. Your proof of work portfolio is what gets you hired. Let's define your battleground. Choose one painful, expensive process that you can dismantle and rebuild with Claude. Your deep, undeniable expertise in this single domain becomes your reputation. When leaders have that problem, you are the only person they think of. This focus is what turns your knowledge into an undeniable hiring magnet. The pattern clearly shifts here. Expertise attracts attention, but a documented system is what converts interest into an offer. What this means is that a leader isn't just hiring you, they are buying a predictable outcome. You must codify your method into a clear, step-by-step blueprint that anyone can follow, proving your value is reliable and repeatable. Start with practical projects immediately. Learning happens through doing. Specialize early in one area where you can deliver measurable business value. Your portfolio of real work will always speak louder than any certificate or degree. Pick one project from phase 1 and start building it this week. Share your progress in the comments. I will be checking them to help you move forward.